What are you talking about? Game and Eminem, the game diss?
Man, for a nigga that don't listen to his songs, he sure quoting a lot of the songs he was listening
to. And I mean, my thing is, you trying to diss this man, and you call yourself the Black Slim Shady. So it's like, that's not really a diss. That's almost like, I want to be like you, sir.
Yeah.
I want to be the black version of you. You know what I mean? Don't call it the Black Slim Shady. I mean, and the song wasn't even that good. It was just alright. I heard it and I was just like, okay. I don't know if that was him just saying I want to put some light out there just to see if Eminem takes the bait. But I mean, to me, it wasn't even that. It wasn't even that great.
Man, it's like this, man. Niggas ain't beefing no more.
Right.
It just don't make sense at this point. Other than now them drill rappers and stuff.
Yeah.
They beefing.
Yeah.
They beefing heavy. But I guess not necessarily called, just the majors, but like for real, like it just like these people are, and if they was in their 20s, 30s, I could see them trying to get off, but they're like, look, I got something to prove.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the rap don't move like that no more. Everybody, I mean, if you do beef, it's just like there's a little something on wax and that's it. No one,
yeah.
But no one's really trying to have that spark and things like that. So it's, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's the thing. It's just like, yeah, it was kind of weak. It was weak. So
yeah, I mean, he had the little skit he did in the beginning of it with the little cab Uber person driving around.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I got this hat. It's got a signature on it from Eminem, and I was like, oh, okay, so you the one he was talking about instead or whatever. It was just like, I get what you're trying to do, but it's not landing. You know what I mean? It's not landing, man.
Yeah.
If I was him, I wouldn't even respond, but because I know the game is kind of just clout chasing at this point. But if he wants to, he could just kill that whole shit and shut it down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
but, I don't know. I just don't know what he's gonna do.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. It's just the battle. Like I said, the battling scene. It's just that's just not there anymore like that. I think it's just. I mean, the last real well, a lot of people say like the Drake battle. Drake and
Pusha.
No. Well, yeah, I forgot about that one. But Drake and Meek Mill.
Okay.
But in between that, a lot of people didn't catch on to that Horseshoe Gang and fucking Horseshoe Gang and Hobson and all them.
Yeah.
That.
Mm-hmm.
That one was boy.
Yeah. That went hard.
Yeah, that went hard. Horseshoe Gang got their ass.
Mm-hmm.
And I like Hobson and them.
Yeah.
Nah, they couldn't fuck with that. And then they went back. They came back. Yo, they literally came back the same day. They made like a song called Same Day.
Exactly.
They had a joint talking about $500,000, and then they talked about, yeah, y'all shit was just, y'all talking about $500,000, and like, y'all need to get your fans and your money up. And they came back with like motherfucking Same Day.
Exactly.
Whooped their ass.
Yeah. So,
Because all of them was, like, what's my man? Crooked Brothers. They all the Horseshoe Gang.
Yeah.
All them were Crooked's like fans.
I forgot about that.
And they had that one line. So they were here trying to be the black Eminem, but we the real shady niggas. I'm like, God damn.
Exactly. Man,
for real, man. But now. Nobody didn't get hurt. That's one thing that was good.
Yeah.
Like it was that, and that was kind of like, and even though it was beef, it wasn't like beef. That was kind of like competition. But you know what I'm saying? But like with the Meek Mill thing, and yeah, that was because Drake had like a lot of people he had to go against. He was not only just Meek Mills, it was Common and all them joints.
Yeah.
And he one put the diss track in the club. Everybody, singing back to back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, the beat go hard. That one line, he goes like, trigger finger turn to Twitter fingers.
Yeah.
That line went hard. But yeah, but like I said, man, it's just, people ain't beefing like that no more. I mean, it just don't make, like, people like Jay-Z and all these folks, they got their money. Like, what is it going to profit me to spend money on somebody, who spend energy
right
towards something that ain't really going to make me money?
Right.
I mean, it sucks because it kind of, the fans don't get, involved, and they don't, because saying like, I mean, when beefs were out, when beefs, like, even with Pac and Big and like, the no Vaseline and Ice Cube and stuff, people was involved, what I'm saying? People was invested. But now it's just like, no, it don't make sense. We about that, we damn near 50. We trying to rap.
Right.
And we trying to make money. That's it.
That's it, man. Yeah. So yeah, man, we'll see what happens. I mean, I really don't think M should respond.
Yeah, sorry.
Just to kind of, no, you good, but I was gonna say, just to kind of make him mad. Don't even respond, because the game is just sitting there like, come on, say something.
Oh yeah.
And he knows he's gonna get destroyed. This will bring some attention to me in my album. Which, speaking of his album, Drillmatic, I heard it ain't doing too good on the numbers, man. They said the first week was only like 25,000. So, like, dude, and what's so funny, they said that at least 90% of the album is collaboration. So it's like, you got all these dope collaborations, it's a lot of artists on there, and you still couldn't do better numbers?
Maybe.
So
now, I will say this, maybe, because, I think about, and I'm not saying that his album on that caliber, but I'm thinking like, Donda, and even with Drake with this, that new album he put out that's kind of like that house style. Yeah. I will say, like, maybe they may not get it now. Maybe they come back and it's like, oh, okay, these were pretty good little collabs and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So they might get it later, but like I think if he probably went with one of those and maybe kept the diss song kind of like, okay, you gotta listen to the album to hear it. I think it probably went over a little better than like, I'm gonna put this out.
Just throw it out
there, yeah. And
I agree.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I think he would have. I think he would probably. Like you were saying, he was trying to get the initial response. I think like if you were just like, this is my album and I'm on these these people, this is who I'm rapping with, this is who I'm featured with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I agree, man. I mean, he definitely didn't play it smart. I mean, and it's a clever title. Drillmatic.
Yeah.
It takes you back to the Nas Illmatic, but it's on the drill music tip, and so it's clever, but it's like you just went about it the wrong way.
Yeah.
It's like, just get out there and rap, man, just to show these young niggas you still got it. Don't go out there trying to clout chase and grab attention like, oh, I'm gonna diss one of the biggest rappers out there for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, you have no beef with Eminem.
Not really.
You know what I mean? So it's like, if you really had some issues with him, you would have been teaming up with Benzino and all of them niggas a long time ago. Like, yeah, I don't like that nigga either. Let's talk shit about him.
I would never claim to be Benzino, 83-year-old fake Pacino. Yo, he did, yo. I ain't gonna lie.
That shit still go hard, yo.
That never coughing this. Like, I ain't an M fan like that, but goddamn it, that's like my favorite. That's like my favorite disc.
I feel like that would be the only way that Eminem would respond, is if he did like Benzino did. Because remember, Benzino put out a disc, M didn't respond, so Benzino put out a second one, and so M was like, okay, now I'm gonna have to just bury this motherfucker once and for all.
Man,
so maybe if Game puts out something else, like he's persistent, and then it might make M mad enough to say, all right, fuck it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Even with M, it's just like, what did he got to prove?
Not a damn.
Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. People like M, people like Jay-Z, even 50 Cent, even as petty as he is, because that's one thing about 50. He don't really even get you on the music no more. It's like, yeah, I put out a little funny meme, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Ja Rule had a little concert, I bought out the Groupon joint. Nigga got 30 empty seats.
Right.
Show me shit.
Yeah,
now you gotta perform, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's how he was, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna go in no studio. Nah, they ain't gonna do that.
Right, exactly.
They trying to make, like I said, they making money. They trying to make money.
But yeah, so that's pretty much it for that. We can go ahead and move on to the next, I guess.
Yeah.
So let me see here. Let's talk about the Drink Champs. We have a man DJ Khaled.
I did not get to see that.
Yeah, on there. I mean, I don't want to talk too much about it. Just just a real quick mention. I mean, I like Drink Champs because they have good people on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they always have people you want to hear from. And so Khaled mostly was on there to promote his new album, God Did.
God Did.
He said he came up with the title based on a conversation he was having with another person. He didn't say who it was, but he was just like, basically, after he hung up the phone, he had this, they don't believe in us. Well, God did, you know what I mean? So he was like, that's how he came up with the whole title. So Khaled is he's a good dude. He's spiritual. I like that about him.
Yeah.
But he talked about how he got a lot of dope collabs on there. Like I said, he got Jay-Z on there, Kanye and M and all of that. So the Kanye and M joint is pretty good too. I like it. I heard it, and like I said, a lot of people are wondering if that was a response to the whole game situation. But I feel like it's a possibility, but I do feel like, based on what I heard, it might be something that he had written a while back, and so it's just now coming out. You know what I mean? So I don't think he would use that as his official response anyway. So we shall see. But I just wanted to mention that because Khaled is a good dude, and we the best music. They always throw out good albums every year. At least every year or to every 2 years. He'll put out a good album. He always does reggae dancehall songs. He always does something with the hip hop artists, young and old. You know what I mean? He does some R&B joints. So I like that. His albums are pretty well rounded. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that was it. I mean, he did a lot of bragging on himself. One thing he did say, Nori asked him, about doing a versus. He was like, I know you always say you won't do a versus, well, not that you won't, but that you would smoke anybody in a versus, whoever went up against you. And he was like, yeah, that's a fact. So, you feel like, that's correct? Like any other producer would...
I don't know, man. Because I ain't gonna lie, he's not too bad with the on the technical.
Yeah.
He ain't like one of them. I think that's a lot of things too. People think like he's just like a ringtone DJ or some shit. Nah, right. He's actually pretty.
Yeah, he makes some pretty good music.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, he's got a lot of hits. So I guess it depends on what you're looking at. If you do a versus, are you looking at just the beat in general? Is it better than this other beat, or are you looking at the fact that this beat had a mega hit on it,
or
because it had Jay-Z?
Yeah, the collabs.
Right.
Yeah.
What part are you looking at?
Now on the collab side, I think, I mean, when you look at it, I think he would be.
He does some of the best collabs.
Yeah,
I'll give him that.
Yeah, it would be a problem.
If he did a collab versus just based on who did better collabs,
And actually, he kind of got that from Fat Joe, because that's one thing about Fat Joe. When he came out, like, especially in the 90s, like he was doing posse records.
Yeah.
Nobody's business.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Fat Joe always been down with that.
Yeah.
They're
so
close friends too.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So him doing that, I think he probably picked that up from like Fat Joe, as far as doing collabs and stuff. So yeah, I mean on the collab side, I think like in a versus setting, now if it's like a real versus set, because even like KRS-One said that one time, like, everybody's trying to do this, like, yeah, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do like real hip hop stuff. KRS like, nah, this is versus, like, what I'm saying? Like, he's like, look, chill, it ain't all that serious.
Right.
Like, we gonna do what we do, but so like in a different setting, I don't know. I don't think that'll be the case. But in the versus setting, and if they got it back right, yeah. I mean, it could be. Yeah, right. I see it. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, but DJ Khaled, I give him a lot of props. He's one of the best as far as doing collabs, and he does really good beats. I can't say that he makes my favorite beats, but he makes some really good ones. You know what I mean? He's definitely up there in probably the top 20 or 30 producers.
Yeah.
I will give him that. He's definitely up there. He's not like way down 100 or something like that.
He ain't fucking with Kanye. I ain't gonna lie to him. Yeah. He ain't fucking with Kanye.
Yeah. Kanye, when Kanye makes a beat, he makes sure you remember that shit.
Yeah,
DJ Khaled, you remember his songs because of shit like the hook. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Put your hands up, and all of that shit. And what he said, what was the Busta Rhymes joint? Keep 'em up, or I can't remember the name of that shit.
Your hands with your eyes to see.
Yeah, something like that.
You talking about that?
I don't know if that was it.
Oh, you talking about
where he said keep 'em up or something like that. It was like put your hands up, and then the beat dropped for a second. And he's like, keep 'em up, something like that, some shit.
Yeah,
it's an older joint from like maybe 2010 or something.
Oh, okay, I'm thinking.
But it was one of my favorites. But the hook was so dope. You know what I mean? That you just love that hook.
Yeah.
And Busta Rhymes on it. Almost forgot one thing. Funk Flex been putting out some. I think he's trying to put out a new album, and he been calling out a lot of rappers because everybody's talking about how he don't play the real music and shit. So he been calling out certain rappers. He called out Busta Rhymes.
Wow.
He said, I'm gonna call you out, Busta. Give me a new song by such and such a date, and I'll play it. Give me a brand new song, and I'll play it.
Man,
and Busta Rhymes, he actually came out with 2 new songs. I forgot to put them in my list, but he got 2 new songs that he just released.
Yeah, you don't want to miss, boys.
Yeah, and I don't think he was trying to be on some ill.
He just probably.
He's just saying, I just want to prove to people I'm here for the culture, that kind of thing. And I mean, he's still got a questionable turntable, so I'll say that.
You turntable questionable,
but
But I will give him this though. Like, I think that at least sparks the fuel. Like, look, getting people to come out. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna put the pressure on you.
Yeah.
To see you make it. You either gonna make a diamond or you gonna make it gold.
He called out a couple of other people too, but Busta Rhymes was the only one I remember. Mm-hmm. So. But anyway, but yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. So Busta got new music coming. He played a snippet of 2 new songs, and both of them were kind of like throwback types, like Terminator launches a throwback to PE.
Yeah.
Both of them were kind of like that. But he used some old school shit. It was like, yeah, here we go. So yeah, if I can find them, I'll share them on the Facebook or something like that. Anyway, all right. So let's go ahead and move on. So let's talk about my man's Mike Geronimo. He had an interview with Matt Hoffa, right?
Yeah, I think he had an interview with Matt Hoffa. He had an interview with Doggy Diamonds. I want to say he was actually on Drink Champs as well. I didn't get to see that. I didn't get to see the Drink Champ interview. Yeah. He was on Matt Hoffa. He was basically, with the whole, because, Ja Rule and Irv, they got on Drink Champs, and basically he was just like, Mike Geronimo's a bitch ass nigga. And I'm like,
which I thought was kind of weird. I was like, where did that come from?
You know what I mean? But the thing of it was, but see, that's what it was. Mike Geronimo, when he came out, that's what he was explaining to both Doggy and Matt Hoffa. Like, when I came out, you know what I'm saying, and I was, when I was getting ready when I was rapping and stuff, I'm just focused on rapping. I'm a kid.
Right.
I'm just focused on rapping. So, but what happened, when that song came out, when it started getting big, It's just that he had all these opportunities, and Irv got scared because, you know, it was like the song would come out, and then like, you know, certain people, Def Jam was calling, MC Search was calling, like, people were calling them, and it's like, you know what I'm saying, this stuff made my life turn from like night and day. Like one day, I would drive in a coupe.
Yeah.
Next day, they pull up in my joint with a limo.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just, you know, and the thing of it is, you know, he was doing this thing, and Irv was like, well, look, cause he signed with TBT.
Yeah.
That's the, like, which was, TBT Blunt. That was, you know, and the history with TBT, you know, which was odd, cause because I actually picked up, I mean, it was back in the day, I got the Mike Geronimo joint, and I saw TBT, and I'm like, TBT? Because usually TBT is like that's where you had like your 9 Inch Nails, and, you know, the rock, that was like the rock scene, like Seven Dust. So I wouldn't think of the Mike Geronimo with TBT. So, with that going on, I was like, okay, so but TBT wanted, like, we're gonna take our chances on you. You are our first project of you doing rap here. Yeah. You know, this is what this was. Well, Irv was like, well, look, I want you to sign, let me be your pretty much
production deal.
Yeah, production deal. And, you know what I'm saying, let me do that, and let me I got, you know what I'm saying, and let me handle that. So he wanted to have a deal with that, and said, and the thing of it is, like, what Mike Geronimo was saying is like, well, you know, I would have done it just to do it, you know what I'm saying, but I just want to think about it. And the thing of it is,
take some time.
Let me time to think about it. And the thing of it was just with that deal that he had, that he was trying to drum up. Irv Gotti could just do whatever. Like he could have took the money from him, or he could have, you know what I'm saying? He could have took all the money from him. Right. He could have just gave him nothing. He could have gave him, you know, well, you know, after everything, $500, or, you know, I didn't get no money this time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But because even though he was signing TBT, he'd be signed under his production contract. So Mike was like, let me just think about it. And Irv was like, oh, yo, I should just made you sign. And he's like, whoa, hold on, man. It's like, you know what? It's like, I'm not gonna do it. Because if you coming to me like that, and we supposed to be family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the thing of it is, that's the thing too, like he was saying, look, I took him a lot of consideration. Like before I signed it, I was going to do it because I was like, look, you know, he pushed the stuff up. You know what I'm saying, on the radio. He pushed up the flyers. He pushed up the, you know what I'm saying, he sat up, you know, what he did, like he sat up, you know what I'm saying, he sat up and caught people in Def Jam. Mike Geronimo didn't do that. Mike Geronimo did like the old school ways. Like, right. You know what I'm saying? Here's my record. If you like it, cool.
Right.
If you don't like, break that shit right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how he was. That's just what he was on. You know what I'm saying? You just break it over your head. And this is unfortunate, man, because Mike, to me, he was kind of like a miniature prodigy. To me, you know, that style, shoot, man, that one joint he had with Royal Flush, you know what I'm saying, the men versus men, classic right there, man.
Yeah, man.
And it's just like, Irv kind of messed that legacy up. And then on top of that, you know, I did, you know, when we did the lyrical breakdown on the whole, you know, It's Time to Build, you know, he had the, you know, Job and DMX and Jay on the track, and they would probably been like the next thing.
Yeah, it's supposed to have a group together.
Yeah, and that would have been crazy.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, they just, you know, like I said, he kind of just messed that up. And Mike was just like, yeah, I just don't really want nothing to do with him. I mean, and Mike got some new music coming out.
Do we? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm looking forward to that.
That's what's up, man. I'm ready for that.
Yeah.
Like you said, you know, he's always been a dope rapper, so you know, I'm ready for that.
Yeah.
And he needs more recognition in the hip hop game.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, especially for he wasn't really. I think he kind of got overlooked because of the whole, you know, especially because he was from Queens, but he wasn't. Now he wasn't from like where Mobb Deep was and
Right,
like
right,
that.
Queens,
but it's just like, you know, I think because of that whole scene,
yeah,
because you had that and Woo and all that, he kind of got not necessarily overlooked, but people just don't, you know, they wasn't aware.
Yeah, I feel like he got overlooked a little bit. You know?
Yeah.
But, you know, it is what it is. You know, he's still appreciated by those of us.
Oh, yeah, man.
That, like us who appreciate him. So, you know. But yeah, so, you know, I'm glad that he was able to do the interview to clear the air and all of that, because I didn't see the whole thing, but, you know, I did see that highlight of it, you know, where he was talking about that.
Yeah.
So, you know. But, yeah, Irv... he was kind of wrong for that, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, man. That's the thing too. Like there's a lot of other other people were saying like, really, Irv ain't that tough guy.
Right.
You know, Irv try to be tough.
Yeah.
But he ain't really that tough dude.
Yeah, and I've been meaning to say, I forgot. I've been watching the documentary series, the Murder Inc. story.
Yeah. So
it's still going on as we speak. I think they might have 1 or 2 more episodes, but. It's been pretty good, you know, just seeing those behind the scenes things. He talked about the Mike Geronimo situation a little bit.
Yeah.
Of course, he talked about Ashanti, and you know, because him and her, you know, they don't get along at all anymore.
Well, he trying to fuck her.
Well, no, he was for a while.
He was trying to marry her.
It's just that
and like
she was his side chick.
Yeah.
He had a whole wife.
Yeah, he had a whole wife.
And she was his side chick.
Yeah.
And you know, and then after a while, she came to him and was like, I would like to purchase my master so I can have ownership.
Yeah.
And he completely denied her. Like, fuck you, man. You ain't taking any shit. Which, you know, I think we mentioned that on the show before, but it's kind of sad, you know what I mean? If somebody want them that bad, just, you know what I mean? If they're willing to pay you, let them have it. I get it, you know what I mean? It helps you eat off that because you get a little residuals every month from her.
But if you get like a lump sum, but then you can come through in a van.
Right.
But yeah, I think with Irv, I think he was trying to be bigger than what he is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's kind of going to be his, I hate to say it like that, his detriment. Because my thing of it is like, if you know where your lane is, I don't think I can respect about, I know it's different about J. Cole. As big as J. Cole is, he's like, you know what? I'm a B-class celebrity. This is my lane.
Right.
This is where I'm at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And with that, it's like he know how to, you know what I'm saying? He move a little bit better.
Yeah.
You know, as opposed to like he trying to be this big guy, and it's like, nah, man, you can't. You know what I'm saying? And people kind of just, you know.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't have nothing personally against him. I don't, you know what I'm saying? But I just don't think. Yeah, I mean, I just think some things like his personality is getting in the way.
Right.
And it's going to it's messing him up.
But yeah, you know, so y'all, you know, of course, y'all let us know what y'all think if y'all been keeping up with the Mike Geronimo and Irv and all of that situation, because it's an interesting situation, man.
Yeah,
I feel bad that, you know, hip hop has not really gotten to experience Mike Geronimo like they should.
Oh yeah,
so
man.
You know, he's got some stuff out there, you know, like you said, but not enough that he's well known amongst, you know, a lot of younger.
Yeah, and real quick, that was the thing too. Like after he said, I meant to say this after Mike Geronimo said no to the Mud became an A&R, a TVT, like
yeah, exactly.
And like, so I mean, evidently he was trying to stunt him from not moving up. And like,
yeah,
why?
Exactly. Why?
Like, why?
What is the big deal?
You know, he just said no, and he's already on the label, so.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't get it, man. But you know, it is what it is, man. I guess we can go ahead and move on to our final topic.
Royce on the slaughterhouse.
Yeah, man. So Matt Hoffa did an interview with Royce. He also did an interview with somebody else too, but you know, basically the whole slaughterhouse situation got brought back up, and you know, words were said. I don't think Royce had any ill intention, but he had other people there with him. You know how when you're in with Matt Hoffa, you got a couple of your people, and Matt got a couple of his people.
Yeah.
And so Royce's people were kind of chiming in, no, it was a bad deal, it was bullshit, you know, just kind of ad-libbing everything, and it was just like, oh shit, y'all stirring up. So then Crooked and Joel went live and, you know, talked about it, and, you know, Joel was like, look, I'm not above doing a diss record. I'll do one quick if y'all want to keep talking this shit. You know, because Joel was looking at it like, we let it go. You know, all we did was we rapped and we told our truth and we let it go.
Yep.
Why the fuck is y'all still talking about this? And so,
did Joe Budden say anything?
not that I know of.
No.
I don't know though, but I haven't really been keeping up with Budden. But I will say this. Royce's little brother, Little Vicious, said something. Little Vicious. Kid Vicious.
Little Vicious.
He might as well be. But, you know, I mean, it's like he's cool. I think he can rap pretty good. I've heard of some of his stuff. He actually can't rap, but he did a lot of himself trying to respond to Joel and Crooked.
Yeah.
He was calling them all types of bitches and y'all this and that, y'all trash and y'all. And I'm just like, dude, this ain't got shit to do with you. It really don't. I mean, why are you getting in this? If Royce ain't saying shit,
Yeah.
you shouldn't be saying
shit. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Unless Royce sent you, which I don't think he did. So I think it was stupid for him to do that.
You better leave it alone, fucking around with that horseshoe game.
Right. Exactly. So, you know.
Black Eminem, real shady nigga.
But
anyway.
yeah, but you know, I don't know, man. I mean, I hope that they can just let this shit go. But I feel like if Royce and Joe say something, maybe Crooked and Joel might respond. But I hope they don't respond to this Kid Vicious bullshit, because you have nothing to do with it, and you really, to me, in my opinion, you sound stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like Scrappy Doo just trying to get involved with Scooby Doo.
Let me out!
Right.
Let me
Right. This shit ain't got nothing to do with you, little man. You know, get the fuck out of here. So yeah, I don't know, man. That's how I felt. But he was talking a lot of shit, you know, so I don't know if they're gonna respond or not.
Yeah.
But anyway, but you know, I thought it was weird, you know, that you know, that the whole thing kind of got stirred up again, but you know, it was good because it gave them Royce and Crooked a chance to promote the fact that they dropping a new album. Which I believe is coming out in September. I'm not 100%, but I believe it's September.
Both of them.
Together. And then Coogee Rap's new album comes out in September, so September's gonna be a pretty good month. I can see that. You know, there's some good movies I think supposed to come out in September.
Speaking of movies, real quick, because that's something I meant to tell you. Kevin Hart had a movie on Netflix with Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, I heard about that. I've been meaning to check it out.
Yeah, Me Time. I saw it the other, actually yesterday.
Yeah, he got 2 movies out. He's got that and something else that I wanted to see. I forget what it's called, but go ahead.
But yeah, man, it ain't gonna be like movie of the year, but I recommend you watch it
You saw it already?
Yeah, it really has a lot of life lessons in it.
Okay,
I would say it like that. It's a comedy.
Yeah,
but it really had, you know,
some
life lessons in it, and it just, it just made me reflect on some things. It just, you know, basically what I say, taken away from it, it's just like, know your worth. You know what I'm saying? Not to be like on these women like, know your worth, man.
Right.
No, I mean it's just that see value in yourself, even though you might be in a situation like, man, I can't do nothing, I can't provide nothing. But you don't know what you're doing just because you don't have a prestige job or anything.
Right.
But if you holding together a family, you doing a job. Yeah. So
that's a good damn deal.
Yeah. So always, you know what I'm saying? Always have the value, know the value of yourself.
I agree, man. Yeah, and I like what Kevin Hart's been doing, man. You know, he's been doing his thing, so I give him a lot of props, man. You know, he's got a blueprint, and he's kind of got everything mapped out of how he wants his life.
Oh yeah.
He takes that shit serious as far as providing for his family and all of that good shit. So
Yeah.
I like that, man. And it was something I was about to say. I forgot what it was.
Going back to
to the movies. I went on my birthday. I went and saw that movie Nope.
Okay.
You say you saw that thing?
Yeah.
And nobody else wanted to see it, so I went by myself. But I just wanted to see it, just to see if it was as good as I thought it would be. I mean, it was alright. For me, I wasn't really that impressed, but it was alright. It was good enough. But I don't really have no. Oh yeah, let me run out and let everybody know you gotta go see this. To me, it was just okay. You know what I mean? What did you think about the movie?
Nope. I thought it was good. I mean, it had some lessons in it. It had some lessons in it though. But a lot of things at first it was kind of weird because of the way the story was telling. But I mean, I didn't. You know what I'm saying? But it was a little crazy.
Because you know what part made me think it was about to be dope, but it turned out it wasn't. Was when the old dude was standing there, and in the darkness you see these little creature-looking things come walking toward him.
Yeah.
And he was like, "What the fuck?" And it turned out to be some neighborhood kids fucking.
Yeah, that mug said nope. That mug said nope.
If the movie had motherfuckers who look like that, like little, creatures and shit, I would have been like, okay, this is the shit.
Yeah.
But because that was just a joke, and then it just turned out to be, the hovercraft, the thing, but then that turned out to be the monster, the hovercraft in itself. I was just like, oh, okay, all right.
Yeah,
and then it didn't even look that scary. When it was sucking people up, it was just like these little, almost like Christmas tree looking ornaments. It was just like little hairs or something. I was just like, oh, okay. Yeah. And I don't even mean to spoil it for anybody, but I'm sure if anybody was gonna see it, they seen it by now.
Yeah.
Because it's been out for a minute. But
I think it actually went on Prime, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, you know how the movies go now.
Yeah, they don't take no time to go there.
Yeah, they just like
so. But I mean, I have no need to tell everybody to go see it. But I just wanted to see it because I like Jordan Peele and I try to support what he does. Yeah. But I was kind of like you. I was like, nope. I'm not that impressed.
No, I mean I thought it was. I was just saying the movie title, really.
Yeah.
But I was just, what I'm saying.
But for a while, at first I was kind of confused on a lot of shit. I was like, okay, what? How did this transition to that? And then I went back and I saw some people who reviewed it. And they were kind of like, okay, this is what we think he meant by that. And I was like, okay, all right, I get it.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't that special for me, But anyway, that's all I gotta say. I guess we can go ahead and wrap up the show.
Yeah. I gotta get this.
We'll be back next week.
Yeah, we should be back. We should be back in a regular location.
Yeah.
Hopefully I have, what I'm saying, not to get my personal business out there, my truck back and everything. I'm gonna be out here riding, what I'm saying? Be outside, ride on these niggas saying, what I'm saying? I'm just playing. Damn, not street at all.
Let's pull up on the big wheel, man.
Pull up, man.
With the big wheel.
Pull it up, son.
You know what I mean? But we'll see y'all again next week. Don't forget to hit the buttons, like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Brothers and sisters. We appreciate y'all.
Funds allocated.
Keep the funds pouring in. So for episode 218, this is your man Kurt, and this is
Howard.
And we'll see y'all on the next one.